Meghalaya, meaning the abode of clouds, is a beautiful state in northeast India. The Khasi people are an indigenous tribe who forms the majority population of Meghalaya and is the state's largest community. Multiple tribes in Meghalaya of northeast India practice matrilineal descent, often referred to as Khasi people. Khasi is used as a blanket term for various subgroups in Meghalaya who have distinguishing languages and traditions. The tribes are said to belong to one of the largest surviving matrilineal cultures in the world.
Khasi is a tribe where we have clans, and these clans are Khenriam, Upanar, Ubhoi, Uwar, Langam, and Maram, and these are the various clans that inhabit the Khasi and Jaintia lands, and these clans varied in their culture and languages and the way they perform their religious rites.
This is a small Khasi village called Mauli in the state of Meghalaya.
Jika kajing long kaduspur jongi hangne hamoli ba ni kren la kajong haka kren ni kren la kajong kaktin sinong kaktin de kaktin kasi na gidon kaktin sinong kajong nan but ni kaduspur jongi ki kasi ni ju khenjaj ba chaka haka kantai but Hakapor ndang iladep ya tho demi kisenrang habli no harakat di kumidipang habli sai song rakat bat kalok batikun hakajing yok benta kajing don kum ki kendau kesiap barokot ki samata basi kun kentai bat ya kaying juga kini berabor la IT hakakun kaduk bahkan pejak kini kita bahkan pejak kaji persen, bahkan kini kita orang baro apa ni dot kam ngade wan baik sayin jeng kaduk.
Although it is believed that since it is a matrilineal society, the women are more or less the head of the family, while the men take a back seat. However, this is not found to be true in recent times.
Many documentary which I've seen, they said like kind of like the female is the head of the family, the female rules the family, but actually that is not really true. What is really true is this: even if the female gets the ancestors' belongings and she gets the title and all of that, but the reality is still, if the husband is still the head of the family, he earns for the family, and yes, there might be some people who do not earn because of the fact that there's no job around, maybe something like that, maybe but then usually the 99% of the people, it's the man who actually provides for the family. So if there's there is anything that he earns, he has to give to that family which he has married.
The matrilineal system of the Khasis has undergone a serious change over the last few years. This proud heritage today is losing some of their matrilineal traits.
Only the women are getting the property from the family, but nowadays, like from 15 to 10 years, the property are sharing both the boys and girl. And it depends. The youngest daughter of the family should get the property and should look after the old mother and father. But nowadays, anybody can do. Even the eldest daughter or the middle. But sometimes with boys also, parents are staying.
You see, it has come to my knowledge that a lot of people from the mainland have arranged marriage. Here in our society, we rarely have arranged marriage. Most of the marriage are either love marriage or sometimes it's like back in the old days where people used to, if men likes a woman or lady or something like that, they kind of like they just go to the female's place, like maybe all the men, like there's a story like maybe 12 guys just go to a lady's place and they carry this betel nut. We have this betel nut and it's called kwai in Khasi, and usually they offer this kwai to the lady. But if the lady, it's kind of like if the lady likes the man and she takes it in a different way, and basically the man will understand that she's into him, and all the men will leave. So that is a story that has been going on in a few days. And love marriage stands in Khasi. And
There is no social stigma attributed to a woman remarrying or giving birth out of wedlock, as the Khasi Social Custom of Lineage Act gives security to them. Many Khasi women are also happy to stay single. In a country where the pressure to get married is everywhere, they are an exception. Women are also known to intermarry outside their tribe.
মোৰ নাম শ্ৰী ভূপেন কলিতা।
আচ্ছা, আপুনি ইয়াতে থাকে ন?
মই ইয়াত থাকোঁ, বৰ্তমান আছোঁ, কাৰণ আগতে মই অসমৰ পৰা
আহা। আপুনি এতিয়া ইয়াতে সেটেল?
ইয়াতে সেটেল।
কিমান বছৰ হ'ল ইয়াতে?
মোৰ মেঘালয়ত ইয়াৰ নষ্টনত 36 ইয়াৰ্ছ।
36 ইয়াৰ্ছ। চ' আপোনাৰ লাইক বিয়া হৈ ফেমিলি চব ইয়াতে আছে?
ইয়াতে মই বিয়াও খাচীয়া ছোৱালী বিয়া কৰাইছোঁ।
আচ্ছা।
খাচী ছ'চাইটি আজি মই ধৰক টোটেলি 40 বছৰমান হ'ল মেঘালয়ত লিভিত, কিন্তু মই আজিলৈকে কোনো বেয়া পোৱা নাই, কোনো মোক বেয়া চকুৰে চোৱা নাই, বেয়া কথা ব্যৱহাৰ কৰা নাই। আৰু মই খ্ৰীষ্টান ধৰ্ম গ্ৰহণ কৰিছোঁ 1984 পৰা। মানে যেতিয়া বিয়া হয়, বিয়া হওঁতে ল'ৰাজন ছোৱালী ঘৰত গুচি যায়, তেওঁৰ লগত থাকে, আৰু তেওঁ দুইজনৰ ভিতৰত গিৰিয়েক ঘৈণীয়েকৰ ভিতৰত যিকেইটা সন্তান হ'ব, তেওঁলোকৰ টাইটেলটো মাকৰ দিব, দেউতাকৰ নাপায়।
আচ্ছা, তো এতিয়া আপোনাৰ
এতিয়া মোৰ ল'ৰা ছোৱালী মোৰ মাকৰ টাইটেল লিখে, মই কলিতা টাইটেল নহয়। ইয়াৰ যিটো ৰীতি দস্তুৰ বুলি কয়, সেই হিচাপেতো আমাক মোৰ সৰু ছোৱালীজনীয়ে চাব মৰালৈকে, বা প্ৰপাৰ্টিৰো তেওঁৰে বেছিভাগ তেওঁৱে পাব।
আপোনাৰ ল'ৰাও
পাব, যদি তেওঁলোকে দিয়ে পাব, নিদিলে।
আচ্ছা, ঠিক আছে। সেইটোত আপোনাৰ মত বা হেৰি আছে?
মোৰ মনেতো সকলোকে দিব লাগে, ল'ৰাকো দিব লাগে, ছোৱালীকো দিব লাগে।
The position of women in the Khasi society becomes clear when we examine the role of the Khadu, who is the traditional heir to the ancestral property of the household. As the heir to the family property, the youngest daughter is not only expected to be closely guided by the counsel of the mother's brother, who controls the property, but is also obliged to look after her aged parents and other members of the family. Should she fail to carry out the responsibility that society expects of her, she may be deprived of her inheritance. Above all, the youngest daughter is expected to have high moral standards and to be the bearer of tradition, so much so that poor moral conduct or religious conversion could result in the loss of her rights. In contrast to the Khadu, the elder daughter has much more autonomy. Although the authority of the mother's brother extends to all the sisters, the absence of ancestral property in the house of the elder daughter limits his power over her. But absence of ancestral property invariably increases the dependence of the elder daughter on her husband. While Matriliny serves to promote women's economic initiative, the ideology of gender, which views women primarily as agents of reproduction, does not augur well for their development. The Khasi see the women's primary role as producing heirs necessary to maintain the continuity of the family, the lineage, and the clan. Therefore, even when women are engaged in employment, their career can never take precedence over their reproductive functions. In addition to this reproductive imperative, women's entrepreneurial development is severely constrained by the masculinist view that regards women as physiologically, mentally, and emotionally weaker than men, and hence sees women as needing the protection of men. It is to be noted that while the society is matrilineal, it is not matriarchal. Khasi women have never held power. In past monarchies of the state, the son of the youngest sister of the king inherited the throne. Even now, in the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly, or village councils, or even panchayats, the representation of women in politics is minimal.
ইয়াততো এডুকেশ্যন বুলি ক'ব গ'লে ইম্পৰ্টেণ্টটো অলপ বেছি গুৰুত্ব বোধ কৰে ছোৱালীৰ ওপৰত। আগতেতো বিশেষকৈ ল'ৰা মানুহ স্কুল যাব নালাগে, গৰু চাৰি থাকে এনেকুৱা আছিলে। আৰু ছোৱালীক পঢ়াবই আৰু যেনেকৈ ছোৱালীক অলপ পঢ়াব পাৰিলে ভাল, বেছি নোৱাৰিলে মেট্ৰিকটো পাছ কৰিলে ভাল, তেনেকুৱা ভাবে আৰু। এতিয়াও ছোৱালীক পঢ়ায়, ভালদৰে পঢ়ায়। ছোৱালীক অলপ বেছি যিকোনো ফালৰ পৰা ছোৱালীক অলপ বেছি মৰম কৰে বা বেছি গুৰুত্ব দিয়ে। আজিকালি বৰ্তমানৰ প্ৰকৃতিয়ে ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট লিখা পঢ়া কৰে বহুত। আজিকালিতো মেঘালয়ত বহুত হায়াৰ অফিচাৰ মেঘালয়ত নিজৰে আছে, আগতে বাহিৰৰ আছিলে। কিন্তু তথাপি মানে ছোৱালী লাগে আৰু। যদি তিনিজন ল'ৰা ছোৱালী নাই মানে মনত এটা বহুত ডাঙৰ কষ্ট আৰু। ছোৱালী এজনী লাগিছিলে, নহ'লে মোৰ জাত বংশটো নাথাকিব সেনেকুৱা।